So welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 19 of Wonder. So we're returning to the origins of wonder. We're looking at the flowy arms, the hip openers, the full body movements. So we're going to do zigzags, cat kick. You'll see what that is, and pigeon as well. And so come sit on your mat. Come. Good. Come. Oh dear. Great. So sitting on your mat. And just roll your shoulders. Big circle. So as you roll your shoulders in a big circle, feel how your shoulders take your spine with it. And then roll your shoulders in the other direction. Nice. Bring your fingers to the front of your shoulders. Roll your shoulders in a big circle. And again, let your spine be taken by the movement of your elbows. So we're beginning already. Nice. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Draw your left elbow down. And then change. Left arm up, right elbow down. And as you move, you just feel the sense of deep waist, deep body, rib cage, armpit. Nice. Now bring your right hand down and reach your left hand up. So now I'm trying to take the ear down towards the floor as much as I can. So with support, the movement is really different. Slowing it down. Moving. Moving. One more time. Nice. Cool. So bend your knees up towards you. Squeeze them in. Stretch your legs long. Reach towards your feet. Nice. Bend your knees. Squeeze them up towards you. Stretch your legs long. Reach towards your feet. And again, bend your knees. Squeeze your knees up towards you. Stretch your legs long. Reach towards your feet. Cool. Bend your right knee. Squeeze it in. And then open your right knee out to the side. And then back to center. I'm just checking out how my knee is, how my hip is, how my groin, my deep hip, inner thigh is. Nice. Other side. Hold on to your left knee and let it move. Listening. How is this? To open your knee out to the side and then come back to center. Side and center. Nice. Back to center. So leaning back and bring your 2 feet to the floor. Drop both knees down towards the left. Come back to center. Stretch your legs out long. Nice. Bend both knees, feet to the floor. Drop your knees down towards the right. Lean back as you bring your feet to the floor. Stretch your legs long. Nice. And again, bend your knees. Bring your knees over towards the left. And then this time what you're going to do is draw your right elbow towards your right foot and draw your knee up at the same time. So it's like I draw the knee up towards me and pull my right elbow back. And then bring your knee to the floor and reach long in kind of a really, whatever direction is satisfying for your right arm and down. Nice. Pull your elbow, pull your knee, and then down, reaching long. So I'm almost trying to get my head to the floor as I do this. And I can begin to lengthen, if I wish, into that right leg. See how it is. Or bring your right foot further behind you. So as I move, I'm just noticing what kind of movement is really nice. How do I meet this? How do I move this? How do I listen? Nice. One more time. Super. Coming up into your zigzag. And then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling and look up towards your left hand. So my 2 knees are over towards the left. My left hand is up towards the ceiling. Just really deepen into that left rib cage, left waist, listening in. Nice. And draw your arm down, stretch your legs out long in front of you. Pause. Can you feel a difference between your left cage, left shoulder, left side of your waist, then the right? Nice. Other side. So lean back, bend your knees, drop your knees down towards the right. From here, pull your left elbow back and your left knee up. And then swing your foot back and reach long into that left arm. Drop your head down. Squeeze them together. And then long. Squeeze them together. Long. Squeeze them together. And long. Dropping your head down. Pause there for a moment. You can be bringing your foot further back or lengthening your leg. I like keeping my knee bent on this side. Nice. Coming all the way up into your zigzag. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Reach up and look up. Nice. Come all the way back. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Roll into your ankles. Bend and straighten your knees a few times. Nice. So, bend your knees so your feet are towards the right, your knees are towards the left. And glide your left arm out and bend your left elbow so it's on the floor. And then reach your right arm really long and kind of over towards the left. And then pull your right elbow down towards your right hip. Sliding sideways. And then down. Nice. Sliding sideways. And then down. Nice. Other side. Stretch your legs long. Pause. Nice. Knees towards the right, feet towards the left. Bring your right elbow down. Lengthen your left arm long beside you. And then coming up, pull your elbow down to your hip. Nice. Long. Elbow down to the floor. And then up, elbow down towards your hip. And again, long. And elbow down to your hip. Super. Great. Come into your cat pose. All the way over. Hands to the floor. And then just begin to round your back. And arch your back. Rounding. And maybe if you try and move different parts of your spine, or move it slower than what you usually do, or move it in a different way than how you usually do. So if you always start with the sacrum moving first, then can you start with the shoulders moving first? Can you make the wave travel in a way that you don't usually do? I love when I get confused by a movement. It means I'm doing something in a different way than my habituated or typical way. Nice. Crooked cat. Bring both hands over to the left side of your mat and then do your cat over here. Like, how do you mobilize a lengthening right ribs and a shortening left ribs? Nice. Over to the other side. Both hands over towards the right. How do you mobilize a lengthening left ribs and a shortening right? Nice. Come rest all the way down into a child's pose. I like bringing my knees a little bit wider, lengthening my arms out, resting my belly down between my thighs. And just pause. Breathing into your belly. Feel how your lower back rises, the back of your ribs rise. Your belly pushes into your thighs. Your knees fold. Feet are lengthened. Nice. Come all the way up. Hands and knees to the floor. So the cat kick, we've done it millions of times before, but we've never had a name for it before. So draw your right knee up towards your right elbow and then bring your right foot behind you. And I'm not letting my spine move so much. So in the beginning, I'm just trying to keep my spine still as I kick backwards towards the ceiling, as I draw my knee forward. There's a little bit of movement, but I'm not letting my pelvis move so much. I'm not letting my lower back drop. I'm not moving my head. Just feel out. How do you stabilize as you move? Movement isn't so big when you stabilize. Now let it go. As you round, bring your knee forward. As you arch, lift your foot. Rounding, knee to elbow. Arch, lift your foot. One more time. Knee to elbow. Lift your foot. And now when your foot is lifted, imagine you can bring your foot towards your left shoulder. Nice. And then your right knee to your left elbow. So you're kind of doing this funny sweeping circle, an arc. So your knee travels towards your left elbow, your foot travels towards your left shoulder. Across, behind. And I'm looking at my knee. When it comes forward, I look at it. When my foot goes backwards, I look at it. So I'm including my neck in the movement of this spiral. One more time. Super. Pause with your foot traveling towards your left shoulder. Maybe you're looking back at it over the corner of your eye, over your shoulder. Nice. Both knees to the floor, resting back into your child's pose. Pause. Breath is in your belly. Just wiggle your fingers, make fists out of your hands. Roll your wrists a little bit. Not the best. Maybe bend your elbows and roll your wrists. Oh, that's even harder. Wow, that's so cool. Who knew that was so hard? Great, coming all the way up. So hands on the floor, knees on the floor, and without moving your spine, draw your knee towards your elbow and your foot towards the ceiling. So we're stabilizing in the beginning. So we're just checking out, without moving the pelvis, what is the range of motion of my leg? It's not the range of motion of your spine, okay? So stabilizing as you move. Nice. Now let your spine go and bring your elbow to your knee, rounding. Bring your foot behind you, arching. Including your head, including your pelvis. Feel how it's really different as a movement. Super. How cool. So this time, bring your foot behind you, bring your foot towards your right shoulder. It's never going to get there. And then your knee towards your right elbow. And I'm trying to look at my foot behind me and then look at my knee as it comes forward towards my right elbow. So my knee is doing this arc across, 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 across. One more time. Across, and then pause with your left foot traveling towards your right shoulder. Super cool. Both feet to the floor. Push back into your downward dog. Lengthen back, pull back into your heels. Have a bit of a stretch into your legs. Nice. Step your right foot forward between your two hands. Drop your left knee to the floor. Rise up, reach your arms back behind you, bend your elbows, and then dive forward. Reach your arms back behind you. Rising up, pull your elbows down. Sweeping forward, round forward, and again. Back, and forward. One last time. Back and forward. Lengthen your back leg. Pause there in a lunge. Lean your left hip a bit closer to the floor. We're going to come to that when we do our pigeon again. Really dropping that left hip a little bit more down. Feeling the deep of the front of that left hip. Nice. Both feet back. Downward dog. Nice. Sweep the left foot forward between your two hands. Drop the right knee to the floor. Rising up. Sweep back. Bend your elbows. Sweeping down. Reach your arms back behind you. Rising up. Pull your elbows down. Sweeping back. One more time. Rising up. Bend your elbows. Lovely. Sweeping back. Cool. Bring both hands to the floor. Stretch your right leg. Lean your right hip a bit closer to the floor. Really feel the weight of your pelvis dropping deeply into that right hip. Nice. Step back. Downward dog. Nice. So pigeon. So pigeon, there's always options. One is that you do some version of a twist, if you wish, whatever that is. You can lie on your back and do something if your knees aren't feeling like they want to do pigeon. You can do a seated position where you do a twist, or bring your right knee forward between your hands. And you can either come into zigzag, or you can lengthen the left leg back behind you and come into pigeon. So rising up and then turn and look over your right shoulder. And then turn and look over your left shoulder. Really different. See how you can go to the left very easily. And then right shoulder lengthens through the deep of your belly. It grabs the fascia, lengthening. You can, if you want, come up onto your toes to lift your knee off the floor to increase the stretch. You can, if you want, come into zigzag and look around the corner, really lengthening into the torso as you do that. And you see, twist of some kind. Super, elbows to the floor. If you want, lift the back knee off the floor, lengthening. If you're in zigzag, then you're resting your belly down towards your thigh. You're aiming towards the right foot more than the right knee. Okay? Just breathe. Wherever you are, turn and bring your right hand to the floor and look way down the beach towards the right. It's like, oh, look. And then if you want, you can wave for Mary. Hi, Mary. Or stay where you are. Or just pull your elbow back and pause there. As soon as you lengthen your arm, you'll tend to catch anything that's in the shoulder. So just be careful. If you're in zigzag, you can be pulling your elbow back, just turning your chest towards the right side. Cool. Let's push back into a downward dog, creating some space through your body, having a bit of a wiggle. Nice. Draw your left knee forward between your hands. You can either lengthen the right leg long, you can come into zigzag, you can be in a twist of some kind that suits you. Okay? On your back, sitting tall. And then turn and look over the left shoulder. Look over the right, feel how it's really different. It doesn't grab the tissues in the same way at all. And again, over towards the left. And it's like this amazing long line connection. You can tuck your toe under, lift your back knee off the floor, only if it feels comfortable. Nice. Resting down, both elbows to the floor. Pause. If you're in your zigzag, you're moving towards the left foot a little bit more so than the knee. Okay, so your tendency is towards the inner thigh side of your leg. And then bring your left hand to the floor, just turn, pause there, or Pull your elbow back. This side always catches for me, so I'm definitely not lengthening my arm up. I might even just leave my hand on the floor, actually. See what's right for your shoulder. Bisping always. Nice. Come back. Push back. Downward dog. Super. Come sit on your mat. All the way down. So I lit my candles. I did my oil. Created some space. Just begin with your offering. And just move. Just like, how would you move in gestures that are the dance of your arms? It could be that one arm is doing something different than the other. It could be that they move into seaweed arms, country dancing. It could be that they sweep in different ways, or they're symmetrical. How would you move your arms in a way that's a little bit more, just more? How do you deepen into the movement of arms flowing? Nice. Pause with your hands outstretched and come into your stillness. In the midst of the dynamic, the vibrant, the potency of you, there is deep stillness. Just connecting, listening, being with. Nice. Pull that towards you. Hands to your heart. Nice. So come lie on the floor if you have time. If you don't, that's okay as well. Finding what you need to do, how you need to do it. Joseph was working last night with the bee frames out there. So the floor here is covered in honey. And I kind of sticking to the floor. Anyways, I have to wash the floor. So great. Thanks for joining me. Very nice to be here. Such an insight into life and stuff. So see you tomorrow. And thanks for being here. Very only 2 more days until the solstice. 2 more days until our Christmas break, until our deep winter break. I feel this longing for like going inwards, which is really nice. I like this time of year, fires and books and candles and walks and gardening and deep introspection. Nice. So I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.